Before we get into anything else, let's shout out Manscaped. You don't need to look into the Lawnmower 4.0. That's one of the latest piece of up-to-date technology brought to you by the good folks at Manscaped.
Trust
20% discount when you use the code WINNERS. And let's not forget the free shipping because it makes a difference. Listen, girls, if you're tired of your man walking around on that retro thing,
Trust me.
help pattern him
And
up.
that makes a big difference. And man, them stop walking around with this big old bush out here, bruh. Trim it down. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Pattern up your thing.
Get your shit right. Get it official. You know you got a link. You know what's going on. For you, man, you know you're gonna gain it. Like I've said before, you're gonna gain an extra little. For some man, you'll gain extra inches. For some man, you might gain a little couple centimeters. Whatever your situation is, pattern up your shit right. Body groom, your chest hair. Some gal might not want they might not want the Tom Jones retro thing.
Trust me.
They might not want that.
It's done out here. So just trim that up. Make
yeah,
sure
trim
you
that
pattern
up.
yourself up. Also the beard oils. Also when you order, it comes with 3 boxes, 3 t-shirt, all of them things there. So make sure you get the whole package, yeah?
Manscaped 4.0. Get that 20% discount, free shipping when you use the code WINNERS. I hope I made that clear. If I didn't say it, I'm saying it again now. Use the code WINNERS, 20% discount and free shipping. Manscaped, look into it. Get yourself patterned. It will change your whole life. Sex life improve. Them gal there, listen, they'll be remembering you, bro. They'll be remembering you.
Trust me.
Manscaped 4.0 code WINNERS, 20% discount plus free shipping.
Let's go.
If you're actively in the gym or a sports athlete that wants to stay on top of your game, you need to visit Rejuvenate Services. Rejuvenate Services are based down in Bromley and they've got it all covered for you. Wide range of things, whether it's sports therapy, cryotherapy, massages, cupping, body contouring, vitamin B12 shots. It's all there. Rejuvenate.co.uk. If you're actively in the gym, you need to be there. You want to get rid of stubborn fat. You don't really want to put the extra work in. It's not moving. They've got non-invasive, non-suction slimming and toning procedures down there. And right now, it's 50% off all slimming and toning treatments. Get yourself down there, rejuvenate.co.uk.
Winners Talking.
Winners Talking podcast back in again.
Come on.
We're here once more, bringing you the exclusive, the behind the scenes, the insights into people you might not know certain insights on. And today we've got a special guest alongside myself, Big Dougie Doug and Pound Sterling. We've got Sideman in the building today.
Come on.
Thank you for having me, gentlemen.
Come on, large up. It's good to have you here, bro.
How are you guys?
Well, you know, no complaints. Blessed and highly favored, you know.
Just moving, you know.
Thankful, grateful,
Good,
all of
good.
the above.
Yeah.
What about yourself, bro?
I'm good, man. I'm always excited when I'm about to trigger a whole bunch of hood brothers.
you like triggering up the hood?
Oh, he said. What you set out purposely to trigger, or is it just that you? Feel
Nah,
like
you know what it
certain
is, yeah.
times-
You know what it is, yeah. Like people be in the jungle, but then they want to bite you, but then you can't bite them back, and that's what people do. I don't know why we're getting straight into it,
That's
but
his deep.
that's what
it's
that's
deep,
what
man.
people do to quote unquote influencers or people that are in the public eye, right? They live by a standard and then they think that you can't think it, but I'm right down there in the mud with you.
Yeah.
If your message, if you comment on me, I comment on you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, for instance, when you was in the hood, if a man said something to you, yeah, you either said or did something back. That's what man learned. That's why you find loads of people struggle to make that transition from the hood to social media. Because now you got hood man on social media talking too much. Do you get what I'm saying? Spitting at the camera and that foaming at the mouth because they're not used to this. They're used to, if somebody said something about them, they either said, imagine you're walking down the road, this is back in the day when you was full hood. You get what I'm saying? Man says something wild to you, you like, but social media is like somebody coming to your yard, saying something wild to you, then sitting on your couch and thinking that they can stay there. That's what social media is. So when I have man constantly going at me, it don't work for my mental health to just sit there and then just not say nothing back. That's what they tell you to do, or else you're bothered. It's affecting you. But that's not real life. I've always been a debater, always been a conversational person. Me and my friends will sit there and have a debate for 4 or 5 hours. I got no problem having a 4 or 5 hour debate with you online in the comment section. I'm rolling around in the mud with you. If you're in the mud, I'm in the mud. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how it is. And some of the people that don't like me the most is man that, you know, would call themselves hood or say, you know, either say I'm feminine or, you know, because I talk about protecting women a lot, or they call me the gal them Goku and all them kind of thing there.
Gal them Goku.
And all them kind of things there. And then they have a big problem with me. They say I shouldn't speak on speak on certain things, you get what I'm saying, because I'm not from the hood. And it's just like, well, first of all,
You are from the hood.
But you are.
Hold on. Let's stop. Pull.
Yeah,
Cheese.
got-
Hold on, time.
yeah.
Simon just went in.
Yeah, my bad.
You came on smoke. Straight in on smoke.
You know what I mean?
I was gonna ask you, man, what does from the hood mean?
That's what I was going.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I was going to stop you and say that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to ask you, innit?
Yeah.
I would presume you're from Brum, and I'm not making any assumptions
Yeah.
and this that, but I'd
Yeah.
presume you are from the hood.
Yeah.
I'd presume.
I'm
correct?
from the hood.
Yeah, that's my point.
Like, man
You don't-
may not like it.
Yeah.
Man might think my voice is too high pitched for it.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I'm not tall enough for it. That my shoulders ain't stocky enough for it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
anything they've seen, I've seen. Remember, I was born in Jamaica. I came here when I was 11 years old. I promise you.
Let's get
In
to
only
that.
11 years of life, I saw I saw things I won't say on this podcast.
Let's get to that then.
Yeah.
So you were born in Jamaica.
Born in Jamaica, yeah.
Which part of Jamaica are you from originally?
St. Elizabeth.
St. Elizabeth.
Country.
Okay.
When you go on
Come
when you
on,
go
Bush.
when
Come
you
on,
go
way
on
up
when you
in
go
the
on
jungle,
when you go
bro.
on
Just
Google
up and
Maps,
up.
you can't see there's no street view.
Come on.
Man walk 3
Yeah,
miles
yeah.
for water.
Yeah,
and,
come
innit?
on.
You know them.
That- I did that. I did that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my family's from.
Literally.
The bit
I lived
there,
that.
yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
So St. Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So you went to school or went to primary school?
Yeah, I
and
went
all
to
of that
New
over there?
Forest Primary School in Jamaica, yeah.
Okay. So what age did you come over to this?
Came over here about 10, 11.
Right. When you came over here, because a lot of people say this, I just want to ask this: how did you find the British educational system a lot easier than what you'd been learning over in Jamaica?
Yeah, 100%.
You felt you were advanced.
100%. Like I because I don't feel like the British educational system is actually designed to teach you anything. Do you get what I'm saying?
I know
Like,
exactly
it's not
what you're saying.
it's not so much invested in your learning and more invested in there just being a curriculum.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But what's that curriculum based on? I think if you see, when I have kids, I don't know if I send them to school. If I send my kids to school, it will only be for the social aspect, interacting with friends, going through certain things in life. You need to go to school, get bullied a bit, see a girl you like her. You know what I mean?
Experience and
those
social
things.
skills.
But if, as it pertains to education, I truly believe if I taught my kids 2 days a week for maybe 3 to 4 hours, they'd learn more that would help them in life. Because I went through 5 years of secondary school and never heard the word council tax once, never heard tax once, never heard VAT one time. Now I'm getting licked with tax and VAT as a big man, as a business owner, and none of these things were taught to me in school. I'm having to educate myself.
That's right.
Madness, and obviously, as we aren't the privileged in this country, if you come from privilege, if like, for instance, like I got a lot of brethren where they gotta buy their first house, it ain't being handed down to them.
Most definitely.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Most
but I got a whole bunch of white friends where their house got handed down to
Yeah,
them.
generational
If you're
money.
getting that generational blessing, your parents have to know about tax, have to know about VAT. Do you get what I'm saying? Have to know about all them kind of self-assessments and all them kind of things there. My parents don't know about that, so they can't tell me. So they keep it out of the school curriculum, but they have it in their homes because they're privileged. Do you get what I'm saying? Because if you're a homeowner, you have to know about these things. So the white kids are getting it generationally. Now my kids will get it. Do you get what I'm saying? Like when I look at friends and I see they got house passed down to them, I'm like, what? Madness.
And
But
then
then
and learn to not pay tax.
imagine you just started off life with a yard, fully paid for because your parents are paying for the whole, or just a couple years left on the yard. Them kind of things there, stuff that we need to now start doing for our future generations. and that.
It's coming. We're the first generation.
Yeah,
where
it's gonna change with us. Yeah.
It's coming. It's moving. All right. So you came over straight to Brum. That's where you landed.
Yeah.
With
No. I was in Ipswich for 6 months.
You was in Ipswich.
Yeah.
Is it-
Valuable 6
Is
months.
this with your mum, both parents? What's the
Both
situation?
parents. Yeah, I live with both parents. My dad's a pastor. My mum's his wife.
I know them way. I know exactly what you're saying. Pastor's wife.
Yeah. That's a job.
Yeah,
That's a big job.
yeah.
That's a lot of shot in your mouth when things are annoying you. Do you get what I'm saying? But,
Because you don't want to embarrass the pastor.
It's a lot. It's
Yeah.
a task on it to its own. But yeah, so my parents came here through preaching. My dad is a renowned preacher, so they called him over here to preach, and he brought the whole family over. And
Siblings?
I've got one brother, younger brother, but he's taller than me.
Them way there.
Yeah.
It's
one of them things you gotta just- yeah.
I'm in the same situation. It happens. Don't worry about it. You can still pull.
I'm pretty sure he could bang me now as well, so there's not even like an argument that I could like. You get what I'm saying?
Gossa.
Yeah.
But right. So Ipswich.
Ipswich.
How long was you there for?
6 months, but it was a valuable 6 months.
How so?
Because Ipswich was completely white. Birmingham is a melting pot of different cultures. You get what I'm saying? I would even say, I'd argue more so than London. You get what I'm saying? But because Birmingham, the culture is just rich there. But Ipswich was just white people. I remember being in primary school, and it was just the girls there used to literally touch man's skin because they'd never seen a black guy before.
Yeah.
Madness, bro. Yeah. Me and my brother was the only 2 black kids in the school.
Right.
Yeah. So it was an interesting 6 months.
And an eye opener. Coming fresh from Jamaica.
Yeah. Coming fresh from Jamaica.
Accent heavy.
Yeah,
How did you feel? How did you feel? Did you want to speak like everybody else, or did you enjoy?
I was trying to integrate. When I was in Jamaica, and this is what people don't understand about me. When I was in Jamaica, people used to tell my parents, "You need to take this boy from here. He'll die here," because I got too much of a mouth. Like, people believe that my mouth comes from having never been slapped. Do you get what I'm saying? They think
you would've got slapped in Jamaica.
some people's mouth comes from the fact that they've never got punched in the
they
face.
can just chat.
That's not where my mouth
No,
comes
no,
from.
no,
I've experienced extreme violence. You get what I'm saying? But I still didn't shut up. And Jamaica is just a different kind of. You will die doing that. You get what I'm saying? And it's almost like I resolved in my brain that I'm okay with that, because there was just too much lawlessness that I would see. You go in the queue. Next man walk past you in the queue, go straight to the front of the queue. Nobody in the queue don't say nothing, because everybody knows if a man feels brave enough to go to the front of the queue, he knows something you don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? And that was just what it was in Jamaica. But I always used to have something to say, because I'm like, this ain't right. Do you get what I'm saying? I remember I went to a new primary school in Jamaica, and the kids there was like asking me for my lunch money. I used to get $60 for lunch money, right? I was like, no. They definitely had the strength to take the lunch money from me, because there was bare of them, but they didn't want to break my body. They wanted to break my mind. They wanted me to give them the money, which I wasn't willing to do. So they took me outside the school, grabbed one of them big board rulers, and started beating me around my face with the board ruler, trying to get me to submit mentally to giving them the thing. That's the kind of madness is that I'd be dealing with. So my people used to tell my parents, you need to get him to move from here. So but I always wanted to move from Jamaica, because I was like, I can't do what I want to do here, because there's just no rules. There's just no rules. Do you get what I'm saying? So I wanted to come to Britain where I could finesse a system.
So hold on.
Yeah.
You're saying you were thinking like this at 10 years old?
I've always been like this.
Okay.
I've always,
I'm
that's
not
why it's hard
I'm
to
not
break
disbelieving you.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm
I know.
the same.
That's
So
why
I'm
it's
just
hard
saying,
to break me. Because you see, this my brain. It's my most favored faculty.
Come on.
It's the thing that I care about the most about myself, and I've always had it. I've always been thinking. I remember I came to Britain. Yeah, my parents put a phone in my hand the first time. This is the first time even though it was only a Nokia 3310, I'd never touched. At that
was
time.
big at the time,
Yeah. They need to bring Snake back, bro.
Yeah. They've
Like,
done it. They bring about the 3210, is it?
Yeah,
They're bringing
they
it back.
need to.
Yeah.
They need to. I'd buy a 33.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Yeah.
Every hood man could have a
Nostalgia.
33 just for the vibe, just to
me.
restore the feeling. But
Yeah.
I remember my parents put a Nokia 3310 in my hand. I immediately understood it. It was in my hand for 1 minute, and I immediately understood it. Having never touched the phone, I could just pick up on things really quickly. But yeah, so when I came here, I was trying to integrate, because I think the previous generation taught us, keep your head down, integrate, make your money. Do you get what I'm saying? All of this me speaking out and rare tear, this is all new. George Floyd's death is when that started for me. Before that, I was not risking the bag for nothing. I came to this country for one reason: make money, feed family.
Yeah.
That was my one aim. Yeah, when I'm coming from the level of struggle that I come from, because even by Jamaican standards, I was poor. You get what I'm saying? Like, it weren't everybody in Jamaica. Like when I was in Jamaica, there was tap water. You get what I'm saying? But I had to go to a tap to a
I know what you're
because
talking
my
about.
thing was
My
just
family setting's the same.
yeah, my thing was just different. So when we're coming to Britain, it's on a man can't waste this opportunity thing. So even when I used to do, let me just clear it up for the people that are gonna say he didn't do it. I was 1/8 of a roadman, maybe 1/16.
I was gonna say a 16th,
so
you know?
like
I was gonna say you're reaching with an eighth. 16th,
I'm
blood.
not trying to
16th.
gas up the thing.
Yeah,
I was
16th.
extremely unsuccessful, and it was pure vibes, hype, and peer pressure. I've run up in houses without knowing what my cut would be. So it's like dumb stuff. You get what I'm saying? But even when I used to,
If you for running up in houses, I'll promote you to a 10th.
all right, thank you. Thank you. Even
Remember I never did the cut. That's
yeah,
the bit
yeah.
that killed me.
I was bro.
I know them man there. You know them
I
man
was
there.
happy.
Yeah, they just get
yeah,
they're
peer
just
pressure,
there.
man.
innit?
No, I was happy. Just like I can roll. Like,
I know, that's why I said I know them. That's why I said I know them man there. I know them man there.
When
They're just
you're
happy.
you might get a little.
They're just happy to roll out with
something
the man
of
there.
it, you know what I mean? But more time, it's solidifying your thing with your peers.
yeah, when them
Yeah,
man
yeah.
said I could roll, I was gassed, bro. I was like, yo, so you letting me come, bro? I remember one time they never let me roll. He was sad, bro. Like I was like, I'm sitting at home, bro. I'm sitting at home safe.
Yeah.
No police knocking, but I was like, them man ain't making me roll, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, but even when I was doing that, I had to think differently from my friends because they're thinking, yeah, prison or death. I'm thinking prison, death, or getting sent back home, and I can't tell you which one of those I was more scared of. Because getting sent back to Jamaica was a constant fear for me until literally like maybe 4 or 5 years ago. The entire time I've been in Britain, I only got my passport.
Yeah, I
5
was
years
gonna say.
ago.
I was gonna say that. I remember you got your passport.
Really late. When I started working at the BBC,
Yeah.
I got my passport like 6 months before that. Remember, without passport, you have no means of identification, meaning you can't have an NI number. Meaning, if the BBC had hollered me 6 months later, I would have had to tell them no, and I wouldn't be sitting here in front of you because starting at the BBC led to a lot of things that put me in the
open doors,
positions that I'm in right now. But God's grace made it be that I got it literally just before that. So the entire time me and my family were in this country, the entirety of us were working illegally because none of us had and we found out that really what happened is the Home Office misplaced our passports. So when they actually gave us our stay is when they found it again.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it was one of them ones.
All right. So now, Brum.
Yes.
You land in Brum now.
Yeah, Brum,
You kind of touch.
home of the brave.
Big up all my Brum people.
Yeah,
them.
big up all the
Oh,
Nah,
the
big up all
brave,
my
bro.
Brumites. Man, them know who they are. I ain't gonna say names and all of that.
I promise
'Cause
you,
man's
home
more
of the
than-
brave. You
man's
know why
more than
Birmingham's
1/8.
home of the brave, yeah? Because it's tiny. When I come to London, I was like, oh, North can't really beef with South. It's not possible.
Us London small.
It's too far. When I lived in South London for 2 years. When I moved to Wembley, all my South London friends were gone, obliterated.
No, we're not going to
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah.
I'm not traveling
Where
an
in
hour,
South-
10
where-
minutes
where in South
to
did you
link
live?
you up. I lived right outside Bagel King.
Okay.
I lived right outside
Woolly-
Bagel King.
Woolly
for
Road.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I lived right outside
you
Bagel
got
King
the
for 2 years there. It's funny, but like, because like a year and a half in, one roadman seen me outside Bagel King and he was like, oh, bro, I didn't know you live around here. You good around here now? I was like, bro, I've lived here for a year and a half. Well, obviously, getting in trouble is all about how you live your life.
Yeah.
I don't know, I realize now I used to get in trouble when I was a kid because you posted on the block like a low life.
Yeah.
When I'm leave my yard, I leave my yard for a purpose. To the tube, to the radio station, back to the radio station.
That's the
back
realest.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
Do you get what I'm
100%.
saying? You don't see this.
100%.
Now I'm in London, yeah. This was about 2 years later of living in Woolly Road, yeah. And literally, my brethren come my yard, and he backed on a chain. I've been going to Elephant and Castle train station, day in, day out, never seen certain people, never had a problem. This brother backed on this chain, and it's like everything changed.
Yeah.
This brother came. Have you ever seen a brother look like a thief? Like I couldn't explain it to you. We see this brother, and immediately man had to jump back into 2007, 2008 brain because we're good. Because my brethren has a chain on now, and now he looks like food because the chain thing's glistening.
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? So it's
You
like,
gotta tell me. We know how that's going.
yeah.
How that goes.
how you conduct yourself. Because you seen what happened with Molly May, innit?
Yeah, when they got
Oh
robbed.
yeah.
I say to man sometimes I'm like, yo, bro, the chain thing is raw long. It's a bit long, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you got a chain, you gotta have the security. That you have to think completely different.
you just
Because
gotta know
if you
you
run
run
up,
it.
if you run up, I got money. But if you run up in my yard, you get nothing.
Yeah.
I have a pool table, a TV, and a hot tub. The hot tub weighs like 4 tons. So unless and that's the most expensive thing in my yard. 5 bags.
Yeah.
So unless he backing in a lorry, unless he
I would've got the hot tub,
backing
you
up
know.
a lorry into the yard.
Hey, Simon would have got the hot tub.
There's
You know?
nothing.
Nah, he needs the hot
He's
tub. You gotta
like,
have the
you
hot
don't
tub. You gotta have
trust
the
There's
hot tub.
nothing there to take. You get what I'm saying? But if you got if you're on the gram flossing with the rollie, flossing with the chain and stuff like that, your house is now food.
Mm-hmm.
You get especially
Food-
I
it's
can't
food for
believe
man
they
if they
had.
feel like they
I
can run up
can't
in there
believe
like
they
that,
had
innit? You know what I'm saying?
£800,000 worth of stuff in the yard. That's a lot of money to have in material items. I don't know, bruv.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, it's a game.
The game is the game.
Plus, I feel like also with Tommy's
I
family
bet
and
this is probably
mentality,
the first time the
they
name
stack
Molly
money
May has
in
been
it.
said on this podcast.
Yeah, but it's good though. Let's keep it diverse. Let's keep it
Yeah,
diverse.
diverse.
There's
But like
nothing
I
wrong
say,
with that.
like you say that
Nothing
though,
wrong with
it's
that
like
at all.
where Tommy and how their family are there. I feel like them type of people. I was talking about it yesterday in the barbers. Them type of they you know, their money and mattresses kind of people in it. They don't, you know what I mean? So
but with Birmingham, the reason circling back to why I was saying Birmingham's home of the brave is because it's so small. Everywhere in Birmingham is half an hour away from the city centre. If you had a problem with somebody, you were going to see them for a fact. As I said, I was 1/16th a roadman. Didn't stop me from having fights day in, day out. Right now, everybody has 8 knuckles. I only have 7. If you look at my knuckles here, that knuckles all right. Look at that one. Brought down because of all constant fighting, constant battling in town. I remember one time my brethren seen some guy he had a problem with, started having a fight in town, middle of city centre, and then I got draped by this white guy. So I'm about to punch the white guy in the face. I don't know who it is, undercover police. So imagine, maybe I would, who knows what would have happened, but he backed out his badge. But Birmingham town fights all the time. When I was coming up, and obviously you had 2 major crews. You had Slash, you had Bangers. Those were the 2 major crews in Birmingham, but they lived 1 mile away from each other.
Yeah.
So it was constant drama when I was coming up in Birmingham.
So you're saying you had them hands?
I'm not gonna hype it, but I've had fights. You get what I'm saying?
Man got down.
They try to deal with you like you've never had a fight.
My confidence doesn't so much come from battle prowess. My confidence comes from a willingness to die. And people say when I say that, people say it's dark and ominous, but I don't see it as that. I am willing to die. That's how you live. Unless you're willing to die, you can't live. Do you get what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of for me, this is my personal opinion. Some of the most scared people I know are roadmen, because they require the image to protect. If they in reality, the image is so that nobody tries them, to keep you safe. You don't want nobody to try you, so you make yourself seem untriable. Me walking around every day being named Sideman and being 5'9", right, and just talking and screaming in videos and laughing high pitch makes me a target. It makes me look like an easy pickings. It's more braver when I leave my yard, because I never told you that I roll with nothing. I don't roll with 40, 50 man. I'm out here by myself. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you're talking about bravery, I think it's more brave when I leave my yard, because I'm still saying the things that I want to say, but I'm not giving you no tough guy attitude to make you feel like you couldn't try me if you saw me on the street.
How does it make you feel though when they don't give you that respect as a man?
I don't care about people's respect.
That's right.
I don't care about people's respect, because you have to question the validity of the people that you're trying to earn respect from. That's why people seek respect from people. They don't think, okay, who are you trying to get respect from? The comment section. Go onto the pages. Who are these people? Okay, you're upset because somebody said you're a neek or you're a simp and that. You go onto their profile and they've got 0 followers, following 0 and 0 posts. A grown man has made a fake page to comment on you, 100%. And then you're sitting there now at your yard insecure about who you are as a man because of that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I have to check the validity of the people that are judging me. At the end of the day, before anybody pats me on the back, I pat myself on the back. At the end of the day, I kept it real. Do you get what I'm saying? I say the things that I feel to say, and some of the things that I say have lost me money. Some of the things that I say put my brand deals in jeopardy. Like I work with white brands, big brands, the Lucasades, the extra chewing gum, the Channel 4s, the Amazon. Do you get what I'm saying? It's not what I'm saying. And I say, and I'm out here saying wild things. I jump on the internet and I said MPs aren't trying to feed kids. I said, while Marcus Rashford is trying to feed kids, MPs are trying to feel kids. These are the wild things I go online and say, bro.
Yeah, that could lose man's sponsors.
And in the people them country, as my parent would say. But my mom sometimes call me and say, David, you understand? I know you're a country this. You know, the people, them country are cost them prime minister and their government. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't need anybody to pat me on the back. I know what I do.
Yeah.
Right. What do you say to the people that say you get involved in women's business too much?
Nah, it's true. It's true.
What are you gonna say to this?
If I did the things that I did, I think I've proven that I don't do the things that I do for thanks. Because if I did them for thanks, I'd allow it, bro. Like when I used to talk about when I talked about George Floyd and I talked about Black Lives Matter, the black community they bowed at my very feet.
Yeah.
Literally, bro. So much love, so much adoration. The second I started talking about men's treatment of women, everything changed.
Why do you think that is? Because I talk on those things, but maybe it's the perspective I take. I know you take a very solid stance. What is it you think you're saying that's triggering certain things? Because I know some of the things I say aren't that similar.
Man will listen to you. You have to understand people only are willing to take certain things from certain things. You get what I'm saying? If they already have a certain respect and a view of you as a certain man, right? For instance, one of the reasons why man can't take hearing about treatment of women from me is because they think I give off woman walk all over me vibes.
Yeah. So they think,
you get what I'm saying? So they think I'm preaching simpitude.
Man's got the Simp.
They think I'm preaching.
Sergeant Simp.
They think I'm Sergeant Simp. Now, if you ask any woman that knows me is around me, I'm just a very outspoken and clear person. I don't need to use any form of threatening behavior to thingy. I got words and I know how to use them, and I'm blunt. And for me, I have one weapon in my arsenal: the absence of my presence. You get what I'm saying? If I'm around like some man, their girl, I think some man are wet because their girl disrespect them girl doing certain things wild. Yeah, it's like when you did the video about the guy that was talking about when you tell him the dress and that.
Yeah.
My problem with my man is that he's even asking you for advice at that point. You get what I'm saying? If a woman disrespects me to a certain level, we don't need to discuss anything after that. It's like somebody said, like somebody would say to me, would I have a girl that has OnlyFans? I says she can have OnlyFans because I don't tell single people what to do. Because she's single after that. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no backing and forth. Do you get what I mean? Certain man, I see certain hood man pulling up their girl every single day about, why are you posting this? Why are you doing that? Delete my man off your Snapchat, blah, blah, blah.
Shout out to them, man, there. You don't know who you are. You don't know who you are. You're making it unfollow the man them and all them things. That ain't making no difference, dog.
You know why I think them behaviors are wet? I say, if my girl even asks me, if she can have an OnlyFans, I'm leaving her. Even if she asks the question, I'm tell you why. Because whether I let her have OnlyFans or not, she still has an OnlyFans spirit. It's still inside her. If you have to make your girl unfollow the brother off Snapchat, if you make your girl have to unfollow that brother on Snapchat, what you're saying is that if you didn't stop her, she would have done something with him.
And she would.
Why are you with her?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
If they're triggering your insecurities, then you have to question your reasons.
Your logic is wild because what you're saying when you police your girl's action, I know some men that have it on a wild level. Walking with your girl on road, your girl sees a male friend that she knows, hugs the male friend, says hello, walks off. Man there cussing his girl out for 2-3 days.
Shout out them man as well.
And I'm like, bro, what do you think? I'm like, yo, bro, what do you think the girl was doing, living Dracula style in a coffin before you came into her life?
Just let your girl hug up the man then when she
hug
up the man. Yeah, say less. Let your girl hug up the feel man's back and hug man. You get me?
No. If I'm chilling with if my girl hugs her man and she kind of like squeezes bicep, that's a bit different.
Yeah, she got too far. My girl ain't hugging. No.
But then that's the levels already there because she should know the levels. If she respects you and she knows what man's about, when she sees man, she's gonna agree in a certain way.
I'm a great believer in what you said. What you basically said is what I say in here, which is that I'm not going to stop you from doing what naturally is your instinct. I'm just going to watch and observe.
And watch and observe. Bro, listen.
Otherwise, you're going to adapt to what I want to see.
If your girl cheats on you,
see what I'm saying?
If your girl cheats on you, you got to find that brother and thank him. You just saved your life. You just saved your time, money. You got to see my man and be like, bro, good. I almost wifed that, Almost put seed in that. Almost walked down the aisle with that, bro. You saved my life. because you don't want to find that out when the kid come. You don't want to find that out when the ring's on. Do you get what I'm saying? But man will be doing. There's man doing prison sentences right now because they went and found the guy that the girl. When my man didn't even know you.
Let's take a moment. I want the viewers them to acknowledge Sideman spitting some real game.
Gems, and he's spitting.
He's on this thing. I'm co-siding. I'm co-siding. Talking legality.
Yeah. But pals, you know what I'm saying? Man think I'm a simp because I never say these things because, bro, I think these things are common.
Common sense ain't that common, you know?
Yeah, I be thinking it's common sense, so I more speak on the man to woman thing. Do you get what I'm saying? And you know why? I've come up with a new strategy recently because I think I've realized why man don't be getting what I'm saying and where I'm coming from with it. Where I'm coming from it is purely because I've got woman friends.
Yeah.
I got a lot of woman friends, real friends, not I'm being friends with you so one day I can slide.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Do something with you.
Man interacts with women
I interact with them on a regular basis, and I did that. And that in my career has been done for many different reasons. Obviously, because I'm genuinely friends with people. Also, I understand the power of women. Some man don't realize that. Turned up to the event, 19,000 man. But if you turn up to an event with bare gal, that's when you seen me out at the.
We were gonna get to it.
We're gonna say that, you know.
I like it. I like that. I'll take over there for
but
you.
when Simon's basically saying some of you men that are moving nuts, moving too much, man.
I roll heavy.
He's saying they move.
Hold on. Let's give it to him. When man buck Sideman at the thing, because we all bucked up at the bounce fight. Sideman had a bag of gal around him, still just cutting through.
And cutting through, militant with it.
Cutting through the gal. So we got to get up his movement with them.
And you're rolling through with bare man don't make
shout out to them as well.
No, shout out to the man then, but rolling through with bare man don't make you seem powerful. But rolling through with bare gal, you're the man.
But you said something and it's real, because you said like obviously man interact with women and chat and got female friends. And I was just basically just playing devil advocate. It's like man saying that these man that are moving nuts, having touchy feelings about it, don't really interact with a lot of women like that.
Bro, I know bare. I got bare brethren.
A lot of men pally.
Bro, I got bare brethren before they met me. Hollering bare girls to the crib meant you was hollering bare girls to the crib for stuff to crack. I'm introducing them to, I'm getting her on, and I'm like, ain't she got a man though? And it's like, yeah, but we just rolling to chill. They said they'd never chilled with girls just to chill before they met me. You get what I'm saying? But I know the power in it. And when you speak to women, and this is what I'm gonna urge man them to do. Forget what you've heard me say in videos, but what I've said. Talk to the women in your life and sit them down and really say, what's happened to you?
Come on, bro.
How have men treated in your life? What's happened to you? Because you might talk to your sister or your mum and hear something that makes you want to load up that day. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's the experience that I've been through a million times. Obviously, I've got a following. Most men don't talk on the things that I talk on. I've done videos, Rago, talking about this subject. You know what made me start? The Mitchum thing. You remember the Mitchum brother?
The guy that went to kidnap the little girl.
That's when I started talking about the thing, Then I got about, bro, no word of a lie, maybe 10,000 messages from women. And I'm talking about paragraphs and dissertations, talking about things they're going through. Now, I know there are women out there that will tell you a lie. I'm never doubting that. Girls are in my DM saying, I've never said this to anybody and don't tell anyone. I'm just saying it because you're the only man I've heard speak on the subject. They're telling me not to tell nobody. They're saying, I just want you to know this happened to me 10 years ago or 9 years ago. And I'm like, yo.
It's real.
I don't have any. I have maybe one or two women friends. And you know I got a lot of women friends. I got one or two women friends that have never been sexually assaulted by a man. So there's a pandemic. Do you get what I'm saying? And all you gotta do as a man is put yourself in a woman's shoes. A man sexually assaults you, because you can't use a woman as an example, because you don't. If a woman sexually assaults you let it happen most of the time. You get that's not even because men have been sexually assaulted. Don't get it twisted, bro. Sometimes in the club, girl want to grope you and that, and it's a violation because you didn't ask for that, and you might palms it off, but you never felt overpowered. That's a different feeling. Only a other man could do that to you. A man overpowers you right now, your entire day's changed. Your months change and your years change. Because now the mission is for him to die. Do you understand what I'm saying? If a man you're in the club right now, let's not take it as anything deep. Let's not take it as anything deep. You're in the club right now, yeah? Dog, you're in the club right now. Man just slaps you batty. Bigger brother than you though. Like some big brother. Now what I'm saying. A brother slaps you batty now. Just walks off, goes his way back his life. Your whole day's changed.
Bruh, I'm gonna change his day when I'm
exactly. exactly. But for
Mashworks in
some
there.
reason, in our heads as men, we don't think women want revenge too. They like we know a man ain't trying to hold violation. If you go and do a man something, even the most nerdy man, you still like, alright, there might be some retribution coming. Let me pattern up. But man don't think women are like that. It's not that they ain't like that. They never had a weapon.
Yeah.
If you look at times in the past, what could they have done if a man done something to them? You ain't got no social media, you ain't got nothing. Now social media exists.
Yeah.
Now all you're seeing on social media right now is revenge. I promise you, what you see in women do, from the posts about a man can't talk to me if he doesn't have a beard, all them little things there, there's something deeper behind it, bro. That's why when men are getting on to be like, why don't you get onto that? I'm like, bro, I know where that's coming from. A lot of this stuff is passive aggressive because they're looking for revenge. So okay, man does a girl dirty, yeah. Let's say he actually does it. I'm not talking about when girl lie. Man actually does a girl something. Let's say he's a rapper or somebody popping in the social media sphere now. She sees this brother every day, comments, likes, respect, love from the community, all of that, appreciate. That's not going to piss you off. If a man slapped you back and you see him every day living up his life, that's going to piss you off. So now you see gal on social media airing man out, saying man name, doing all this stuff. It's because they finally found a weapon. The weapon is social media. Because what you go to police. My friend, yeah, my woman friend, yeah, a guy threatened to throw acid in her face, right? Because she didn't reply to his DM. Showed me the DM, everything, right? She's gone to put. But these things happen all the time.
Them things happen.
Yeah.
That's what I weren't shocked.
Yeah. She goes to the police, right? This is in Birmingham. West Midlands police say because of the severity of the issue, we have to send somebody out to you within the next 2 days. That was 2 months ago. Nobody's come to her yard. Now, remember, in the first place, now let's say it was something where, let's say a girl, trigger one, let's say a girl gets raped, right? If you get raped, you know how difficult it is for you to tell. That's all right, dog. Say something like that happens to you. God forbid.
That's getting it.
Now,
Carry on.
now you're not thinking about calling the police. You just want to call Pounds and let him know, bro.
He ain't telling me. that he got raped.
Flipping. I was there in that year, flipping. Bro, like it's just a bit mad, bro. Just calm down and that. Just let me explain this stuff. It's gonna take you a good.
Bruv, you can't even share.
It might take you a year to even tell him.
Bruv.
Now these women have to share their stories with police who are strangers, only for a police officer to blank them and they get no call back. That's why you see girls on social media going mad. Yeah. Don't get it twisted. Girls do not get it twisted. Girls are on social media doing man dirty and lying on man. I've proven that.
I was gonna say, we have to speak for that.
I've seen it, bro. I've seen it, but don't get it twisted. Some of these girls, they're vexed.
Yeah.
Even I know some of them maybe would do something to Tyrone just because Daquan did something to them, and that ain't right, of course. But definitely. I'm just saying, man need to understand where a lot of this comes from, bro. Because women find if you give somebody power, that's what they'll do with it. You give men power. Look what we've done to it. That's why I say to every man, if you've got a son, yeah, if you got a boy child, you are in possession of a nuclear weapon. That's what I tell man. Because one man can do a madness, bro. R. Kelly's one man. And lock up how much gal for how many years. That's one brother. What one man can do, how many so man think, why is he on social media preaching every day like he can change the world? I'm not trying to change the world. If I make one brother think his decision's over, like for instance, you hear about a predator brother, yeah, like a story will come out about somebody. Next day, 6, 7, 8, 9 different stories come out because man is serial with it. Once a man has a certain mindset of doing certain madnesses, he'll do it again and again. And a man can get through a lot. You give a man time to get through a lot, bro. You get what I'm saying? So if I change one man's mindset online, I might save 20 girl. And I think about my future children. That's why I've said, if I ever have a girl child, I will never leave her around no man alone. I don't care who you are, dad, brother, thingy. You gotta have a wife or a girl, and you can't be in no relationship where the girl can't talk and don't have no opinion. So really and truly, it's almost like you're there on your one. No, I'm not leaving my youth with you because I don't know you. I've proven that I don't know any man. Yeah. Because every girl that's told me a story, 99% of the girls that have told me a story, uncles, dads, cousins, brothers. Imagine that, bro. Uncle, I say this is how I tell man in the hood this. I tell them like this. And we can get off this deep part in a second. But yeah, I tell man simply like this. If you're in up ends, your alertness is different. You're looking around different. You're flexing different because now you're in an area with man you know don't like you. What's a girl's up ends? Where can a girl go where it's not up ends? Tell me. Is a girl safe if she's in a rich neighborhood? Because Harvey Weinstein would suggest that that's not true. Is she safe if she goes in the under ends? Because the Mitchum guy would suggest that that's not true. Where can a girl go? Where can a girl leave her yard at 11 p.m. at night in any ends with earphones in? Like I'll leave my yard at 11 p.m. earphones in, full blast, bro. Rolling round road, can't hear my surroundings, can't see Jack. Head down on my phone, not looking at Jack.
Crossing the road.
Confident, fearless.
You're not lying.
A girl can do that, and that'll be her last night. So
Big facts.
Yeah.
that's all I talk. That's why I talk about it, bro.
I had to let you. No, the reason I didn't interrupt you there at all is because it's a lot of things that the man them say. It's a lot of things that I think. So I speak to a lot of female. I have a lot of female friends. I've always studied the females from young. I've spoke about it in my podcast.
Yeah.
Where you're talking about having conversations with them. I've always been curious with them and been like, why are you like this? What's the reason why you're like this now? This has happened. I spoke about it previous. So everything you're saying is factual.
There's plenty of things about girl that annoy me like every other man, bro. Like don't get it twisted and twisted. I promise you, there ain't no girl taking me for no simp. I'm not putting up with no slackness or disrespect. I just respond to disrespect different, and I think my response is more savage than most, man, because man be staying with girls that are violating them, trying to fix an already malfunctioning creature.
I heard that.
Because there's certain things once you do to me, you've proven to me that you're
There's no coming
you're
back.
faulty.
100%.
You're faulty, bro.
Broken.
You're faulty.
So to answer my original question of man that say you're in woman, or people that say you're a woman.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I have to be.
I think you kind of just covered it, bro. I don't even think you need. You just summed it up. If that's your motive,
I have to be. Because not many other people are willing to talk.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
And as soon as more men start talking, I shut up. I promise. If more men start backing it, I shut up. Because trust me, this is a thankless job. Even gal are tired of hearing me talk about niggas.
But your motives are genuine.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
motives are
saying?
genuine, but all right. What about the ones that get onto you because you watch Love Island and Made in Chelsea and them shows?
Man can't chat to me, bro. man really can't chat to me.
Talk
You can't tell me. You can't
Say it
sell
with your
drugs for
chest.
money, and then at me for making hundreds of thousands of pounds
Say it
talking
again.
about TV shows. Are you
Yeah.
mad? When man are at you on cold corners, bro, in the cold, in the winter time, bro.
And you're indoors in
And
the
I'm
warm.
indoors watching the
love
TV
it,
show,
yeah.
bro. I never watched the episode of Love Island before I started.
Before a check was coming.
Behave yourself, man.
Say it again.
Man, bro, like
Say
what
it
we talking
again.
about here?
Yeah.
Like man will say,
But they might not know that though.
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
there's
Break
man
it down.
out-
Break
there's
it
man
down.
out
Let them
here,
know.
bro. They know, but they can't
They
get
don't
me, so
wanna-
they gotta find a way.
Yeah.
Bro, like man have MOE money over everything, but you wouldn't watch Love Island for the bread.
Yeah,
Are you
nah.
mad?
Come on.
I'm watching Love Island with scantily clad gal.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Gal with barely any clothes on. And then man that are watching 90 minutes of football with men running around chasing after balls. When they're
Hey, we love a bit of football right
I'm
here.
not saying, I'm
steady on
saying
that,
you
steady on that,
you can't revenge me though.
Yeah.
You can't chat to that. That's my view of it. You know how I
Are you
started
getting paid to watch
You know
Love
how I
Island,
started
bro?
reviewing Love Island, bro?
Talk to me.
A girl called Lucy from the BBC said
Yeah.
you should start reviewing Love Island. I said, what's that? I didn't even know what it was. She said, it's this show. I did the first review of it. I saw the engagement. I said, yeah, I'm here. I did the first season for free because it made my followers go up. And I know followers go up equates to money.
That's right.
Right? Then I did my second season with Lucas 8-0. Changed that was the change. You know when you have that moment where the bag just becomes different. What I got paid for doing Lucas 8-0 Love Island changed my tax bracket.
Come on.
It changed the amount of tax that I have to pay.
Come
It
on.
transformed.
So what you're saying is broke people are criticizing.
Nah, it's
what
not
you're
even a
making
broke
your
people
money.
thing, but just understand if
people
you
that have
call
got
me,
understanding.
if you diss me about what I do, if you diss me about what I do to make money, I may call you broke because there are no rules in the field of disrespect. You see, if I'm minding my business, I don't look at no next man and call no next man broke. But if you look at me and talk to me about how I make money,
say
yeah, I
like,
might send for
bro.
you too. It's like you're in the streets, brother, and man says something to you, you say, suck you, man, bro, because the man are saying things to each other now. We're now in that world. Like man want to take away what I can use because they'll say, oh yeah, he's arrogant. He thinks he's sick. He thinks it's all about money. I never thought it was all about money. I never did, but you brought money into the equation. You're atting me about how I make my money. So I'm gonna at you about the money that you make. Simple as, bro. They try and make different rules for influencers. I'm just the one that won't have it, bro. I'll tell a man he's broke if he tells me about my money. Other than that, I won't. You get what I'm saying? But where you're going, I'm going. Let me know where we're going.
Yeah.
These men are taking me there. So you lead the way. Oh, we're going to disrespect. Let's go there. Then you get what I'm saying?
Fucking with what you're saying.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
The comedy side of things, we're gonna lighten it a piece.
Yeah. Let's lighten it.
Getting it. We lighten it. We lighten it a piece. The comedy side of things.
Yeah.
Because originally, I know you said BBC kind of put you on the map, but I
but I was doing a bit comedy.
Yeah, I knew about you before personally.
Yeah.
But I knew about you before doing that.
Sometimes I look at my page, brother, and I'm like, are you even a comedian anymore, bro? What's wrong with you?
You
bro?
saying you moved? You're not dropping.
Talk about all these serious, bro. I'm funny in real life, you know. Like I've been chilling with my brethren. All we do is bust joke, bro. But the world got serious, bro. I remember.
Pandemic played a big part.
Pandemic played a big part in that. When George Floyd passed, I watched that video for 8 minutes, brother, and I said, I can't bust no joke today. And I'm living at that point. I'm living in a flat in Wembley, paying $3,000 a month in rent. Get what I'm saying? I got my cameraman living with me. I pay him to live there. I'm spending money, so I have to make money.
Better believe.
I walk out there and I say to him, we might have to go back to Birmingham because I'm about to talk about this George Floyd stuff and I don't know how it's going to go. At that point, I don't know that that's going to bring me even more success. I'm thinking, yo, if I start saying my real feelings about how we're treated in this world as black people when I work for the BBC, I'm going to get fired. I'm going to ruin everything. But I couldn't be quiet no more. So yeah, it was comedy before that. A lot of comedy.
Is it coming back?
Yeah. I've been trying to do a bit more comedy videos now. I was talking about my what's his name again? Matt Hancock. You know what I mean? The Bunda Grabber. I respect what he does for
You're
our
onto
community.
him. You're onto him.
Yeah,
You're
that's my
onto
guy.
him.
That's my guy. They need to free up my guy. I don't know why they fired him. He was gonna save Africa. Do you know that?
Yeah.
He was gonna save Africa, and then they took it from him. So that's my guy. Bro. That's my guy, bro.
Yeah. No, I just asked because I remember.
No, I do want to do more.
But that seems like a long time ago.
No, I do every now and again. You know what it is? When the brands pay me, I do sketches and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? But most of my videos now, I've simplified the process of my thinking. Back in the day, I used to do videos with pure girls in my videos, sketches, complicated ideas. You get what I'm saying? But now people just seem to love when I just back on camera and talk about a topic. You get what I'm saying? They like how I break the thing down. So I've just been doing that.
You're very eloquent and intelligent in how you break things down. Academically, how was you in school? Is it a school thing?
Always, yeah. Always
was a
been,
brain.
Always
You had
been
a brain.
You know, I'm telling you how it happened. Is doing bare essays. I was doing essays in school because I chose, you know, you have a point where you can choose what subjects you want to do. And English literature was one of them, and English language. And man, doing bare essays, but I'm doing the essays and it's just, you feel like you're repeating yourself because when you're doing an essay, you back out a new paragraph. You usually use like a therefore. And I'm like, I'm tired of using therefore. It just seems like I keep saying therefore over and over again. Plus, back in the day, you used to like copy something from Wikipedia or something like that, and then you want to just reword it. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, how am I going to do this? They've got a little thing on Word where you tap it right and it says thesaurus or synonyms and it gives you different words for a word. I started synonyming everything. So what's the different words for furthermore, moreover, however, in addition to that, saying that to say. I'm literally remembering the things that I've been. I started thesaurusing every word in the book. I'm trying to find different words for the, and do you get what I'm saying? By that, I built up my vocabulary to a massive thing. Yeah, my vernacular's naturally just been massive ever since. Yeah. Like when I say big words, it's not me trying to do it on purpose.
No. I know.
I back it out naturally because I've just spent so long with words. Do you get what I'm saying? And I used to rap as well. And I've always been I've never been the brain. Like I don't know how brain rappers do it. How they rap from just like not writing, bro. Yeah, I used to write a lot, man. So yeah.
One sec. I need your attention just for a moment. Listen, did you not know that you can go university even if you don't have GCSEs or A levels? You can go 2 days a week, study, and get support from the government between 9,000 to 17,000 a year. You don't have to have GCSEs or A levels. I repeat, yeah. Go to ukplatinumservices.com. Use the referral code pounds, POUNDS. And they'll pattern it all up for you. Let's get some more buds in uni. Yeah, just because they tell you, oh, you didn't pass your GCSE, you didn't get A levels, No, you can still go and study. 2 days a week you can be there studying. You can be studying fashion, media, music, business, social care, so many courses. Let's get to it. ukplatinumservices.com. Use the referral pounds to get everything fast tracked. Get you that VIP treatment. Pounds, POUNDS as the referral. ukplatinumservices.com.
When ZZ said you're not alpha,
Yeah.
you looked a little rattled for a moment.
I was rattled, but it was a 2-part thing. So however rattled I wasn't as much as I should I say this?
Come on, it's the platform.
We gotta make this show popping. And my idea for our show has always been based off everyday struggle, Joe Budden and academics.
Okay.
We gotta go at each other. It's gotta feel like we're going at each other. So if I'm rattled to a degree of 2, I'm adding sauce on that, slap 8 on it, make it 10. Do you know why? Because when people see that, when people see emotion, like that to me was a big culture moment. I'm still seeing people have this alpha male conversation to this day. That hits stateside, people doing breakdowns of the videos and stuff like that. Now I knew I was gonna take the L in that moment, but I don't care about all that. I'm building a show. Do you get what I'm saying? When people diss you on social media and then they live in the diss while you're moved on doing different deals, making different money, or moved on. So I let people that want to hang on to it. But my issue with the alpha male thing is that it's not so much the disrespect to me. It's more so, well, it's not disrespect. If you're not an alpha male, it's not disrespect. But it's more so the message I think she was sending to the younger generation that I think is dangerous. Because you got a lot of men on streets right now living out a character that is not theirs purely because they want to be seen as an alpha male, because they have a certain definition of an alpha male. This is why bare roadman's girl, like a lot of man, this is why roadman do so successfully with girl. Because it's extremes. Women like confidence and assertiveness, and you find that in roadman. It's to an extreme because other things come with it. But then
Is there longevity to it?
no, it's not even so much that. But you got nerds with no assertiveness. You got neeks and geeks, and you get what I'm saying. So it's like they wherever the thing is, they're going to get it. But if a girl ever meets a CEO, she'll find far more assertiveness than the roadman ever had. But are we in spaces with CEOs just roaming on street? No, who's she interacting with every day? Kevin from the block, Daquan from the ends. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's what she's used to. She's got Daquan, or she's got that little geeky guy that's always being nice to her and them talking about unicorns and flowers and you remind me of sunsets. So she's like, I'm going with Daquan because this sunset brother's talking wild. Do you get what I'm saying?
Was you the sunset brother?
Never the sunset brother.
No, I
But
just had to check that.
Yeah.
for a moment.
I have a brethren.
Just making sure.
Me saying sunset is because one of my brethren's a sunset brother, and we caught his in the
name's
DM.
Sunset.
You might call him in the act.
Yeah. Oh no. To be fair, a lot of girls send me screenshots of what roadman say to them, and I'll be shocked, bro. Like that.
Yeah,
I'd be in the DM.
that's
Hella
what,
wet, bro.
a lot of it's a facade.
You can't find me in the DMs wet. I'm on the podcast right now. I don't know who
Salute.
the audience is. Find a chick that can say I've been in DMs talking
rare.
hella wet.
That's rare.
Yeah, but
That's rare.
I don't even be in the DMs like that. But so yeah.
Like that.
I pick it up. He ain't got a mic. Turn that down. But yeah, no. So yeah, as I was saying, so it's an extreme. If you meet a CEO, if you meet the type of people that have Fortune 500 companies, you will find that same energy. It's just not applied to being illegal or road beef or anything like that. Do you get what I'm saying? So the message that I think ZZ is putting out there is that only a certain type of man can be seen as an alpha male. You can be an alpha male that, to me, and this is my opinion anyway, that ain't unlike violence or crud or anything like that, and you don't take up the energy in the room, but you run a company and you have staff and you have a board of directors and you have people that you pay and organize and that's why I said to her, you've seen my team, because Zizi's really seen how I operate, not out on the internet. She's come to my house and seen how my thing's set up, right? Do you get what I'm saying? Whether it's the living assistant or the chef or the this or the that, she's seen how my thing's patterned. Do you get what I'm saying? So and how I delegate and how I'm a leader. Do you get what I'm saying? And I see an alpha as a leader of men. And I got man in my circle tougher than me, been road. You never hear me talk about my friends though. I'll say, oh yeah, I know him or he'll do you this. I'm never that guy. You get what I'm saying? But I got big road guys that I'm around, right? That they will tell you, yeah, David's a leader. Do you get what I'm saying? He's a person that says the plan and we execute the plan according to what he's saying. And the thing is that some men see alpha as the problem with alpha is that nobody can be an alpha all the time. There's always a man bigger than you. There's always a man stronger than you. So basing it on strength alone is silly. Plus, you have to understand how the world has changed. The thing about it is that men being leaders or having power in this world has always been about the mind and not the muscle. What built skyscrapers? What built cities and buildings and engines and cars and infrastructures? The mind. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's men's minds. Okay. let's talk about the food. Why are we at the top of the food chain as humans? It's not because we're the strongest animal, because we're not. Lions are stronger than us. A dog will
the
punch you up.
brain.
A
It's
dog
the
will yam
brain.
you. If you're a smaller size brother. Because we had the brain to make a
brain.
gun, the brain to make a spear, the brain to make a knife. That's why we're at the top of the food chain. So we need to start celebrating the brain more than we celebrate the brawn. And I feel like in that moment, she was sending out a message to kids that was negative to me, because if we're crabs in a barrel as black people, you know, and rich, nerdy, sneaky white people that run our lives every day, the makers of the iPhone, the owners of Google and Facebook. Look at Mark Zuckerberg, nerd. I couldn't lose a fight to Mark Zuckerberg. It don't look like it's possible. Unless it's been doing hella like Krav Maga and Kung Fu since it's been, you get what I'm saying, since it's been
This
under
man
that.
made them billions, man.
But guess what? Mark Zuckerberg is controlling everybody in this room. Facts.
But that doesn't make him an alpha male, though.
In my opinion, it does.
All right, say the world gets stripped from everything right now.
But it's not.
I'm saying, all right,
man's running up in Mark.
yeah, you see what I'm trying to say? So, I agree with you what you're saying, because there needs to be a balance. There needs to be a balance.
Wait, I'm saying we're currently living in a. That's why I say you can't be an alpha male.
Yeah, the world's
all the time.
upside down now.
There's a
Man, them are wearing
condition-
skinny jeans.
you know what?
No, but I'm saying there's a condition for every.
But I'll say
alpha.
this, and I'll say this, yeah, because when I watch the things with your situation, when people are tackling you, I always feel like there's no in between.
That's
it's
what
like
I'm gonna say.
there's no. It's either they're gonna say, "Oh, Sideman's this," or he's not road. It's not, because we all know brethrens that come to man's school was on Enzers, man. They went and started working in banks. They went college. They had, so it's like no one wants to even put man in a category where it's like they're even acknowledging the fact that you could potentially have been around people, and it's always.
Only extremism builds engagement on social media. Being in the middle or sounding logical or making sense doesn't build engagement.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So this is what people on social media do. They got a problem with you or something you said they don't like.
It's extreme.
I gotta give the extreme comment.
Yeah.
Go into social media, look at the comments. People sell their soul in comment sections. Right? I said I'll go to the extreme and I'll hype up something with ZZ because we have an understanding. We've already discussed off scene. Yo, when we're on this, we're going in at each other. We already know that we got that mutual respect. There's people disrespecting people, tearing down people's business, shutting down people's dreams. So, like, for instance, you see somebody made a video and they made a comedy video, right? I've never understood this. They made a comedy video. You don't find it funny. I scroll past. I've never in my life commented on somebody's content unless it was offensive to my community or something like that. Negatively, it's never happened because it's just not in me to do that. Why do people do it? And what do they say? The comment, instead of saying, I didn't find that funny, it's like, why does this guy even do comedy? They gotta say it in the worst way possible because what they're after, likes, engagement, pinned comment.
Yeah, but no one can question you as a leader. No one can question that you standing for something. Because a lot of people don't have the courage to stand for anything, you know.
Of course they don't.
A lot of people, they won't put themselves in that.
Especially without the backing. This is what I'm
Exactly.
trying to say. Like, a lot of, some man will do certain things because they got boys. Some man would never be tough if they never, if they never had a crew.
100%.
Yeah.
They'd never be tough if they never had a gun.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? So it's those parameters that make them tough. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm tough in a vacuum, bro.
All right, what about when my girl goes to you? I can't.
Lin May.
Yes. Why? Why?
Nah, she just thinks I'm corny and I understand that. Like, she thinks I'm, like, I've been, you see her thing there with the, Sideman's cringing, rare. That's nothing new to me. People have been doing that to me my whole life. Like, if you call me corny or call me cringy or tell me that I talk too much, they tried to do that in school. I call that dimming my light. They tried to dim my light in school. If I listen to them, I'd never be sitting here.
100.
It's just as simple as that, bro. You gotta call me what you want. Listen. There's
As
nothing
said,
you can say.
She's technically she's an example of what you're saying. Then of she could just scroll past if she wanted to.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I would never comment.
That's what you're
on her thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I'll comment on something she said and say I think this of this. I would never try to downplay her thing to make her thing look smaller because that might affect her bag. That might affect.
Because my standpoint on it, because when I saw that she commented something on one of your things, I commented on it and said like, we're not doing that. Big her up, big you up. We're not doing, because I know how hard it is for any of us to get in position.
Bro.
I've been out here for a minute. So for us to have a level of position, we can't do it to each other like that. And I'm not saying it on no kumbaya arching. Because if you cross me, I'm still going to want to take your eye out. But I'm saying like, on the real side of things, if we're in position and there's an opportunity, is that how you really want to do it? And
But bro, we live in bro. You see what you're talking about? There is integrity and that. Listen to me.
yeah,
I
out the window,
I swear, man, don't realize the world that we're living in right now. I swear, man, don't realize we're living in a world where you will get tricked out of your position if you continue to think by the old ways. This is a world of no integrity.
None.
The streets don't run jack in this first world. I'm sorry. The
Big
world
facts.
has the world been
facts.
left the streets, bro. And the streets keep getting tricked by it. Little Nas X went on Instagram Live. What did he say? He said, I got a new tune coming out with Little Boosie. Do you know how smart that was?
And Boosie just
I don't think you understand what he
Jumped
did
out
to
the
Boosie
window.
when he did that.
Boosie jumped.
Bro,
out
I
the
don't
window.
think you understand. I don't think man
window.
understand.
Jumped out the window.
No, bro. To me, that was a masterclass in how the world is changing. You can get tricked. They'll trick you out of your position easy.
Yeah.
Because what? Your pride and your ego will make you jump out the window and say something wild. Shut your mouth. And shut your mouth and understand the world that we're living in. The only way you're going to get by in this world is understand that we're living in a world where people will say 6ix9ine was a prime example of that, bro. You should know the world that we're living in.
Fully.
Somebody that was just snitching, just barefaced. Yeah, I did it.
Yeah.
And then do a snitch tour. And then, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, just understand the world that we are currently
have
living
to,
in, and know how you keep your integrity, of course, but understand the
That's what
world
it
that
is.
you're
Keep
living
your
in.
integrity.
Yeah, keep
But we on that from early episode, from day. I would say to Doug, they're gonna comment. Don't buy it. Don't buy into it.
Bro,
You just gotta ride
I've watched
it.
many
man,
a road
got
man
ready.
that I know was road man, and then you see people in the comments.
They
section
can't hold
saying-
it. They
I'm
jump.
seeing them in the comments. People in the comment section saying, "My man ain't serious," and I'm saying he is, but he just don't understand the internet thing. He don't know how to let a man, bro. You never saw it in the hood.
And I know what you mean.
You
'cause
never
that man
saw
was
it,
getting
bro.
it.
A man just
They
saying
put-
Man
something
didn't understand.
wild
Man
about
didn't
you, and you just gotta
understand.
just take that and
Man
hold
didn't
that
understand.
in
Yeah.
your comment section. That mean he came to your house.
Yeah.
He come to your right when
And
we-
you these time, man, them know you couldn't chat to me.
you couldn't.
Yeah,
You couldn't
yeah,
chat
yeah,
to me.
yeah,
You man,
yeah.
them man can't chat.
Man seen
But
it bare
it's
time,
too-
couple
yeah,
man get
man's
this.
thinking-
Bro, you never
Drawn up.
But you're talking to a kid in Shropshire that you'll never
Never
see.
see.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand the new territory because it's like with Meek Mill, bro. Like when Meek Mill was going at it with Drake, bare L's in his comment section all the time, ready to tell blah blah blah. I think stuff like that was what made him act hella erratic in those periods of times when he was moving like that.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're trying to figure out how do I deal with the internet.
Yeah.
I don't stand for disrespect. And if you don't want disrespect, delete your social media account. Because there's nobody they won't try.
Yeah,
Who on social media hasn't been tried where everybody's like, you know what? I'll leave him because he's too serious. Who hasn't gotten it?
Yeah.
Everybody's held corn, bro. That's just how the game is.
Man, them need to find a coping mechanism. If
Yeah,
nothing else.
man.
You
Yeah.
know
You
what
know what the coping mechanism is? You know what coping mechanism? Keep your eye on the ball.
Talk to him.
Bro, the
eye on
man,
the prize,
I
innit?
look
Yeah.
at, bro, you see, yeah, I always say, I've got a new thing that I'm saying. I'm the richest person in the game. Not because I've gotten the furthest. It's because I started from the lowest. I really had that bucket on the top of my head, bro, with the water, and you're walking up the hill, and some of the water spills out, and then you make it up the hill with half the bucket. When I remember that, I can't let a comment section draw me out.
Fully.
Do you get what I'm saying? To say something now that's gonna mess up my bag.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get drawn out because I know where I come from with it. I know what I had to be through to get here,
I
and
feel
then
you.
get here and be happy as well. Bro, I've met everybody in this media industry. These men ain't happy.
They're not.
These
They're not.
bro, I
They're
promise you.
not.
I'm
We
happy.
bust a
you know.
champagne to shows
Bro,
almost
bro.
done. We bust a
Bro.
champagne. It's a tradition. The coldest one.
I promise you, these man ain't happy, bro. I come
I know what you mean.
across comedians that ain't happy. When we was at the thingy and catching the vibe, I wouldn't have even been able to tell you man was in the industry.
You understand?
Because industry man can't
man
be
ain't-
happy.
Yeah.
Come
Man,
on,
they industry.
you see, with us, we're just.
We was vibes, bro.
Yeah, because man, them ain't
We was
industry,
vibing.
bro. Man, them
That's
just
why that's why when gigs came in and you like did the interviews, that these are the man you need to talk to man like that.
Yeah.
Because you just normal. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
they've lost the concept of normality.
Bruv, I know what you mean, man.
Hundred.
The industry is
common
a
touch.
lost place,
That's the
bro.
common touch, bro.
But it's the normality and how man carry themselves that's gonna take man.
Even
further.
even comedians
Yeah.
I've met in this industry, unhappy, bro.
Yeah.
When the camera come on, joke boss. When the camera come off, screw face,
face.
dealing with this, dealing with that, and I'm just like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
I gotta maintain my happiness. I gotta stay grounded.
But
bro.
I also feel like that comes from a place if you're all you have is that the
Yeah.
social life.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
like with all of us, like with me, P, all of us, we got like man got better things behind the scenes
Yeah,
that
yeah,
man
yeah,
are doing.
yeah.
Like our
And
success
we
isn't
don't,
dependent.
We don't make it the be all and end.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
it.
main thing.
Yeah.
And I know with yourself, you don't make it.
It couldn't have been
everything.
because of my
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
go. It
See
comes
when I
a lot
go,
from
you
the
see when I go
background.
back home, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I say.
Yeah.
Brand deal, mum, for XXX.
Makes no difference.
Yeah.
This. How's your soul?
Yeah.
You good inside though.
Yeah,
What's your morals?
Listen,
Are you still you?
Yeah.
listen.
When you get hit with questions like that,
Yeah.
people ask me all the time, are your parents proud of me? I say kinda.
It's funny. It's funny, you know. 'cause
Yeah.
I say that a lot when I say to you know, sometimes we'll be in there and I say, yeah, but we was all brought up in the church, and it gives us a certain level of grounding.
Yeah,
and this, that,
yeah,
and other.
yeah, yeah.
And it makes us know that it's bigger than this. None of that stuff really matters.
It don't really matter,
'cause
bro.
We can't take it with us, and it's all superficial, man.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Won't go too deep because
No, but I mean,
whatever.
some
you
people have
understand?
gone so far from that they got lost in it.
Yeah, they
like
lost.
I saw Digger say something on his Insta story the other day, and he was like, this. How'd I get to this guy? This ain't even me. He said something to that effect. He's like, yo, I'm just walking around with all these models and bad bees and that. He's just like, sometimes you lose. It's easy to lose yourself in this game. Easy to lose yourself in this game.
But you never did. An example of this. You left one extra. You left
Yeah.
your BBC job. You stood
Yeah.
for something, which I respect highly because
yeah.
you got to stand
That's
for
big.
something.
Yeah.
Now, when you took that stance, that went national still. International, I
Yeah.
should say.
Yeah.
'Cause I remember that was from everywhere from.
Yeah,
here
I
to
saw
the Breakfast Club.
Charlemagne speak on it,
I know
even though he didn't speak in my favor, because I only have a few people I look up to, and Charlemagne's one of them.
I know. Because even before we came in, you were watching some Charlemagne.
Yeah. And they used to tell me that there can't be a UK Charlemagne because the UK is too small. You get punched up. This rare tete, blah blah blah. You can't really speak your mind. But I wouldn't even put it on myself. I'd say people like for me to someone said, but I'd say
your own lane.
Nah, that's what I was
Easy
gonna say.
as well,
You're
easy as well.
you're UK Sideman, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds mad. That sounds mad. You're UK side, but it is what it is because what it is. We can have people we look up to and whatever, but
Yeah.
there comes a certain point where you're in your
you're in your own
you're in your
lane,
own
yeah,
lane.
yeah.
and
But
it's
there's
your own
certain
job.
things he does
Yeah,
I won't
you're not
do.
gonna agree with
You get what I'm
certain
saying?
things that he
But
does.
with the leaving the
go ahead,
BBC thing, like I knew it would cause a storm, but I didn't think it'd cause a storm like it did.
So for those that don't know, just give a little break.
So basically, there was a presenter. There's a white presenter that said the N word. White woman presenter that said the N word on national television on a daytime TV show. And I felt like in the
Was it a news? It was
news show.
it
But
was
the thing
news,
is
yeah.
that a lot of things made that annoy me, bro. It was the George Floyd era.
Yeah.
Like you got pre-George Floyd and post-George Floyd. You get what I'm
Facts.
saying? Make that mistake pre-George Floyd.
Yeah,
You can't have George Floyd die talking about you saying the N-word on national television. This is the worst time.
Yeah.
And I'm out here talking about this stuff, and then I'm representing the BBC as well, and it just felt wild. But that's not what made me quit. What made me quit is that 18,000 people complained. One of the highest complaints that BBC have ever received,
Yeah.
and they didn't apologize.
Yeah.
And I said,
Okay.
so it's not even like a democracy thing then.
Yeah.
It's just how we say go, and that's when I left. That's when I left. And for me, with the leaving, to be clear, it's like it's not like I never had other things going on, but I still was leaving because I was doing what do you call it now? Testing to potentially do the morning show. I was only doing one show a week.
Yeah.
The morning show would have been me doing 5 days a week on the prime time show. So when I left that opportunity also.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But for me, it made me, that didn't teach me anything about myself doing that. That taught me a lot about other people.
Yeah.
When people was gassing me up, the extent to which they was gassing me up was like, oh, they wouldn't really do what they said they would do, and that's why they're shocked to see it. But if you put me to a certain place, I'll do what I said I was gonna do.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of personality that I have. I had just never been pushed to that place. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think maybe people never saw that before, or haven't seen, because we've seen Colin Kaepernick. He did something similar.
yeah.
There are people that have done it, but it's rare to see people walk away from the bag. But
At that time, I don't feel like it shocked me. I felt like seeing how what you was doing on your socials.
Yeah,
at the
prior to-
time,
yeah.
prior to it, and you
and it was
doing
actually
I
Zizi.
like-
It was actually
just-
Zizi's fault.
Go on.
Because me and Zizi was doing a podcast about it, and then she was like, you know what you should do? Everybody should leave. That's what they should do. And then I was listening to her, and I was like, I hear what you're saying. And the words just fermented in my brain, and I was like, that is the real thing to do if you...
But you knew it in your heart. That's what you.
Yeah,
should have
yeah.
done,
And she was... What she was saying is that... What she did afterwards, she was like... She called me, and she was like, what are you doing?
Well, I was
said,
gonna ask
stage
you,
and
you
walk
think-
out.
I was gonna
said,
say,
yeah, she was...
You think Zizi would have left? Yeah, they got we move. We move.
Hey!
We move.
Shout out Z.
Shout out
It's
Z,
all
yeah,
love
shout out
around
Z.
here.
Love,
Love,
Man, let
love
off the
you,
big
yeah.
laugh there, you know. Listen, it was a brave and a good stance to take.
Yeah, man. But it's paid off.
You took a stance lately on Valerie's law.
Yeah.
Tell me, talk a little bit about.
So
that.
Valerie's law is basically shout out to Sister Space and a couple other women
It's a
that
very
hit me up
good
about
start. It's a very
Yeah, so basically, it's literally just that when women that are black call the police because of domestic violence, right? And I know we don't really mess with police like that, but the point is that if you're punching, if you're doing if you bowl your fist like this and to do something to a girl and the police gets called on you, at that point you lost your rights to talk about bun police. That's just my opinion, right? But when police show up to a black home, of course, on a black woman, you cannot see bruising the way you would see it on a white woman. Let's just be very, very clear. Black women are never the damsels in distress. Because what's the typical token? The strong black woman, right? So because of that, when police see us in general, not just women, when police see black people, they see aggression, they see warriors, they see animals. That's what they see when they see us. You need training on your biases. You need to know you have that bias before you walk in. Like, hold on, am I about to treat this? Bro, have you seen that video of that nan getting arrested?
No, which one?
The white nan that stabbed her husband twice.
Yeah.
Madness, bro.
Yeah, madness.
Madness. She killed him.
Bruh.
She killed him and called the police and listen, man, the man might have been punching her up and she killed him. Fair enough, but I've never seen somebody handled so graciously by the police. Just like, can you get my coat, please? It's in the living room. It's like, all right, we're gonna do it in a minute. We just need to sort something.
Yeah. It was.
Promise you, if that was a black woman, they would have never spoken to her like that.
It would have been.
Or a black man. If a black man, definitely not get my coat. Have you,
Black man get pulled
Right,
out
you would
in
have got
the drawers.
tasered long time ago.
would you ever have the bravery to ask a fed to hey, just get my coat, the one in the closet, because where she's telling them to get the coat from is mad specific, bro. He's like, oh, the purple one, matches the police car a bit. You get he's on his to work. So he's just like, So Valerie's law, that's all it is. It's just for police to receive trade. All black people will benefit if police. Number one, also, right? Just because somebody punched you, just because a man hit you, don't mean that you don't love them. So now, if you call the police on your black boyfriend or black man, right? You don't want him dead. You don't want to see him get beat up.
Yeah.
But you know what police do to us.
Yeah.
So you're extra scared to call them because that's why we have such a hard time dealing with when we call the police on one another, because it's like, yo, if you call the police on me because I did 10%, you know they're licking me with 40%. Do you understand what I'm saying? You know what they're gonna do to me, and then not only that, they draw us out as well. But like nobody can never tell me that police don't draw black people out, because I've been drawn out by police. You can be speaking as eloquently and calmly as possible, and because you're black, police will draw you out. Then now you're in problem times 2. Because you might have done something or said something in the moment when they've drawn you out. Because you don't, just because you're a police officer, don't mean you can get to drag me about like I'm a yard animal. You get what I'm saying? I'm a human being. So now you show some resistance to that, then they want to call it assault because you shrugged or something like that. You get what I'm saying? So if you are a black woman and you're going through that, you might not want to call the police because you still, the man hit you, but you still love him. You get what I'm saying? And you don't want to see him be harmed. You get what I'm saying? You might literally just want to be safe. So that's what Valerie's law is. Valerie's law is for police to get training on how to deal with our people when we call them. Because I've seen it where a black person called police because something a white person doing to them, and the police they're talking to the white people trying to figure out what's going on in that.
Bro, listen.
Yeah.
I can't even
real
talk
talk.
it, but it's real.
It's real.
We know.
Yeah.
Early, like, listen.
Let me tell you, bro. There's something about like this serious psychiatric help needs to be given to anybody that chooses the career of a policeman, because sometimes you gotta ask why. I remember back in the day, I used to think maybe I might become a police because that's how you get away with crime. And I think that's what some of them think as well. They want to be above the law. And I watch police abuse their power all the time in the most tiniest of situations and talk to you like you're a dog, like you're not even human being. But like you're a civil servant.
Yeah. All you
That's
have to
have manners.
All you have to do is look at the paperwork that comes out every year for the police that commit crimes and what they
Bro.
and the offences that
Look
they
what happens
commit.
to Sarah Everard.
Yeah,
With
but that's normal. If you look at the paper, and this is the thing, people don't even want to look. You look at the paper, bro. Sexual assault is common on it.
Yeah.
Let alone robbery, thieving,
Bro, their teeth,
murder.
bro. Their
And
teeth.
this comes out, and people just don't choose to look at the evidence, look at it, but it's out there, man. Get it sent.
This
It's
what.
there. They
You
commit
know
bare
what? Yeah.
crimes.
Obviously, as I said, I'm an immigrant in it. I was born in Jamaica, and I'm doing the life in the UK test. You have to do it to get your British citizenship. I don't know why they even want you to know about this country. When you find out about the British Empire, I didn't realize where I lived. When you really deep that this country used to own most of the world.
Oh yeah, teeth and rob and pillage.
The only reason America even exists right now is because they tried to tax themselves. America was just British people, and they tried to put a tax on them, and it's like, bro, no. That's why America even exists right now, and they really control this world in a real way, bro.
You check it,
But then,
America's Red
in
Indians,
history
innit?
books, they try and make us seem like animals. So much, bro. I did an interview the other day with Trevor Nelson. He said something to me, and I was like, whoa. Obviously, Trevor Nelson's from the Caribbean. He's like, yeah, you might see somebody in a bar and something like that. But I come to England as a reporter, and I had to go to Ireland when there was bombings, and it was like, I'd seen a bar fight with glass, but I'd never seen a bomb. And that's when I realized we get painted as the savages of the world. Which black countries ever pressed a button on a nuclear weapon or a torpedo or something like that can send and kill hundreds of people or hundreds of thousands of people at the same time? When you talk about Nagasaki and Hiroshima, that America put nuclear bomb, and even to this day, people still getting cancer there. And we're the savages of the world, black people, because man might brandish a knife or have a gun, but they have bombs. And a white man really pressed a button on a bomb. Like, who was that person that did that? That felt good in their soul to do that day when the president said, yeah, press the button and kill off hundreds of people, and they make us look like the savages of the world. It's madness, bro. It's all turned over on its head.
Warped, innit?
Warped, bro. Warped, bro. They're sick. Sorry, I didn't mean to go deep.
No, but it needs to
This
be
is
said.
why my page ain't coming in no more.
Bro, listen.
No.
I brought you here for a reason. I don't want you to ask them. I want you to speak how it is. I want
world is
people to
No, but that's what it is, though.
and
The
hear
world is
hear
warped,
stand.
fam.
You stand for a lot, you know. You stand for a lot.
Yeah.
And you speak on a lot. You take certain standpoints. Now, I'm gonna, as we get close to the end, I want you to speak on your standpoint. You take a very heavy stance on defending dark-skinned black women.
Yes.
Speak on it and why you feel so strongly, so vehemently about this.
Same thing I said with Valerie's law. They're masculinized, so they're not seen as women. You see it, like you see a white woman going through something, you feel more. You see a light skinned girl going through something, you feel more sorry for them. But our black women are left behind. I'll give the same examples I've given a million times. My wife, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air,
Aunt Viv.
Black Aunt Viv. If you're recasting the actor, why wouldn't you just recast with another dark skinned woman? We've been watching this dark skinned woman for how many seasons? Just put another dark skinned woman there. Light skinned Aunt Viv. My Wife and Kids, that was worse. And I love My Wife and Kids, but they was wrong for this. When you had the dark skinned Claire, you remember Claire, right? You know what her dad used to talk to her about? What was her insecurity? Dad, I don't feel pretty. Dad, I feel ugly. Nobody at school likes me. And her dad had to encourage her. Then they swapped her out for the light skinned Claire. She got older, man. Why did they change the character? You only changed the actor because the first actor couldn't do it no more. Why have you changed based on her light skin what her insecurities are? Do you get what I'm saying? That's pushing a narrative of the dark skinned girl is ugly and the light skinned girl is pretty.
It's not every question. That's been going on for
Yeah, so that's all it is, bro.
That's definitely a real thing.
You
Never
just don't hear them stuck up for them appreciated them, repped like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
But what about those that say it's causing divisions between skin tone?
All right, I'm gonna try to explain this quick.
Go quick. Maybe I should have said it earlier.
No, it's fine. Privilege is very simple. This is the concept of privilege.
Go ahead.
Privilege is not the absence of problems. Okay? Privilege is just the presence of advantage, right? Black men have a privilege over black women. But we also have problems they don't have. We have privileges. Nobody's getting stopped by police more than a black man. A black woman's not getting stopped by police over a black man. That's a privilege she has, that she's not going to get stopped by police as much as a black man. Our privilege we have as men is that we are men. We're stronger. You understand what I'm saying? If we're in a physical situation, we have more tools at our disposal to defend ourselves. The world is more geared toward men. We live in a patriarchal society. When you are, all we're asking from white people is all black women are asking for from lighter skinned people. What are we asking for from white people? Be fair. Use your privilege to make things fair. You're the white man. You got the money. You got the infrastructure. You got the economic power. Use it to make things fair. We're not asking you to make things unfair. We're asking you to bring it back to what it should be. Equal footing. Do you get what I'm saying? Same thing with a light-skinned person using their privilege to help dark-skinned women. That's the only way you're going to have true equality. Because if you constantly feel like somebody is, if you can't lift yourself up out of the situation that you're in because you don't have the infrastructure, right? Because what's all this marching about? Okay, when we do Black Lives Matter marches, who are we marching to speak to?
The white man, innit?
The white man.
Yeah.
Or else why are we marching? Yeah, I know you agree that Black Lives Matter. So I can't be marching for Dequan to understand. Okay? I'm marching for Brian. Right? Same thing. Just copy and paste the premise. It's not division. It's us saying we want to, let's be together and help one another. You get what I'm saying? Now, here's where people fall short. They don't have the strength to deal with people's pain because pain breeds disrespect. So yes, there are some black women that have very disparaging things to say about light-skinned women because they're hurt.
All right, but what's I'll ask you this then. Then at what point of the spectrum does the shading begin? Like, what's a dark-skinned woman?
That is arguable too because
You understand what I'm asking?
But it's not. But in this game, and this is what people drop things. People drop causes because it gets too complicated. But that's just, to me, that's weak. I've slipped and hit my head when it comes to talking about these topics a million times. If you're gonna talk about some real stuff, you're gonna say something wrong, and you're gonna have to pick back up.
Listen,
or you're gonna say something wrong to someone in the sense that it's not wrong, it's just wrong to them. If you're talking out loud, somebody's going to disagree with the views that you have at some point, and you might even have to say, no, I respectfully disagree and I keep my view, or you change your view based on if you agree with what they say.
That's why I'm asking you this, because I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying the darkest of dark-skinned women's experience might not, a woman who's 3-4 shades lighter.
It will be different. It will be different, and that's why all it is just, all I'm asking for you is to help.
But you know they're both niggas to a racist white man though.
Yeah, regardless.
But all I'm asking for people to do is pull the person behind you along. White people, pull us forward. Black people or lighter skinned people, pull your darker skinned sister, pull your darker skinned brother along. Simple. That's all it is. That's my message.
Everyone should look at each other.
And
basically
acknowledging your privilege doesn't mean that you don't have problems. The second you tell somebody they've got a privilege, the second you tell somebody you're privileged in a certain way, what do they hear? You're trying to say I ain't got no problems. You're trying to say I ain't got no struggles. It's a what's the word? It's a translation issue because people hear something you didn't say. If I say you got light skin privilege, that doesn't mean you don't have light skin problems. I'm very aware of light skin problems. I got plenty, as you saw, I got plenty of light skin friends as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
But I feel like there's a lot of triggers as well, because I feel like
they go through a lot because they're not claimed by anybody.
I feel like within ourselves, as like black people, like there's a lot of things that we have to cut out to get to that stage where we can even see, like, we'll put up West Indians versus African. It would be like food, like
let's
all
not
these
sit here and act like say Black Panther gonna bring us together, bro.
No, but you know what I mean. All these little things that we do is what causes the whole thing that it like. Until we start singing off the same hymn book, like how we meant to better ourselves and move forward. Because half of the time we're out here fucking killing each other, doing this and doing all that. But so you know what I mean.
They'll say that it's the same thing though. They'll say that by saying black, dark skin, light skin, it's the same kind of argument as well as the African Jamaican and this.
Bro,
I think
pounds. They did.
We have to.
When they put some of us.
That's
in the
what
field
it is.
And had some of us in the house.
It's facts.
And
we're still paying. And we're still paying the price for it now. You know.
Yeah,
because
don't
get it twisted. What happened is when they put certain in the house. When they put certain in the house, they felt powerful. They felt better.
It's deep rooted, you know.
Deep rooted. It's embedded.
Let me show you. It's embedded, bro.
It's embedded.
Like, you don't know how deep some things are in us. Like, there's certain reasons why I believe, like, see where black men a lot of men are like, they say, oh, we're womanizers, we're this, they're that. A lot of it stems from times of those slavery times where black men couldn't love like that because they could take your wife tomorrow and move. So we couldn't.
Not only that-
you had to be a bit cold with it.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
Not only
to be
that,
deep, not to be deep.
not only that, the slave owner's wife wants you, but you can't really have her in no real way. She just wants you to smash. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta go back to the cornfield.
Yep.
Like, you can't love her. You think there were a couple of slave man that fell in love with a couple of them white girls and it's like,
Certain men are still getting sent back to the cornfield after they smash. Certain men are still getting
you think Clifford a couple of times Clifford never was like, but you know what, just be with me instead of him. That's like she went right back to Brian, bro. So it gets like that.
Trust and believe.
But so it's all embedded, it's all deep. But as I said, I'm not trying to change the world, bro. But if I change a couple people's mindset and a couple things, it makes a couple people's lives better.
Yeah, 100.
And that's a great way to bring to a close.
By the way, I just want to be honest, open and honest, bro.
Please do.
Like, I'm here for clout. Like I like, you know, like when I'm fake. No, I'll tell you why I'm fake. Obviously, we chatted at the boxing thing. I've forgotten all about it. Yeah, I send the gigs into it like, nah.
I know. I gotta
jump on. I gotta jump on winners talking about. So I just want to be honest.
No, it's real. It's real.
clout and love.
Listen,
At the end of the day, we always said it.
I love a conversation though, and when I watch that all the way through, I was like, these men know how to have a conversation. Because some people don't know how to have a conversation.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And I saw that, so I just had to make that clear, bro. Because I'd feel fake if I never.
No.
Because you seen me message, I messaged you. You get what I'm saying?
No, I
like
know,
that
I know.
dropped and I messaged you, and I know you're probably thinking, yeah, man, I saw the gigs thing, and now he wants to pop up.
because
And
we
that.
Don't even go like that. Don't even go like that. Do you know what it is? From we bucked up at the thing and like the whole premise of the platform, I'm big on. It's real, and I'm about genuinely bigging up who's doing things right now, like who I look at and say, like, okay, you're doing something, and I want to support and I want to push, and Doug wants to support and push and be like, yeah, like I want people to know that like like when we bucked up at the boxing and we was reasoning, we was vibing, innit?
We was vibing.
But
We was
you see the
vibing.
difference.
We
See
was
the difference
joking.
with it. Like,
You
even
understand?
when you have to
It's
kind of
genuine.
make
Organic.
it
Oh, yeah, that
give
was-
it some realness, is because when we, even though we butt, because remember we butt by the bar, but then throughout the rest of it, when we was watching, we're all together.
Oh yeah,
We're all, you know what I'm saying? We're
That's
all
why.
catching joke.
That's
and
why
it's
I
real,
feel like when we went back home, did you man feel like that? You went back home, checked social media, and seen them dissing the fight, and you're like,
Yeah,
Bro, we had a good
The
time.
vibe was different. The vibe was
Hey,
different.
the vibes is good, and
The
that's
vibes
where
is
it's
different. The
genuine.
vibes
It's
is
genuine relationships and genuine vibes. So it's like whether it's meant to happen straight
no.
away or a year down the line, because of the way that man's met certain people, it's real. Like it's not off of
100%.
gone for a manager and spoke to him and read to him and whatnot.
Organic
Everything
business.
is organic and real,
business.
and that's
And
what we
big
love.
up
You
your-
get me?
nah,
Big
thank
up
you guys for
yourself.
having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
It's been
come on,
good.
Big up your thing. I hope it goes from
Anytime.
strength to strength.
Yeah, come
Yeah.
on, we move. But yeah, big up yourself. Big up Sideman in the building. We're going to
Come
bring
on.
this one to a close. Big Dougie Doug, myself, Uncle P, Pound Sterling, the Hustler. Another one wrapped up. We
They
move.
are.
Boom.
Boom.